Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital.
So Delroy Lindo clearly heard it. Look at Delroy's expression. Michael B. Jordan didn't change facial expressions at all. Talk about being a great actor. Both these gentlemen kept their composure while a racial slur is being said loudly in this auditorium. The guy who said it, as I pointed out earlier, is John Davidson, shouts strong language and slurs at winners and presenters. This person has a condition, says, I can't control it. It's what happens. That's why it's called a condition. Nobody expects you to control your gout. If you have a heart issue, you fall out, it's not because you timed it to fall out. It's because it's a condition. You don't control it. If you could control it, it wouldn't be a condition. So I get on this country or not being in a racist country because your black ass is sitting there. That don't mean anything. That sounds like some Uncle Tom, Sambo Soldier nonsense right there. That right there is some step and fetch it. Yeah, that's some nonsense. I don't know if you relate to those terms, but Jesus Christ, slave owners slept with slaves. It didn't mean they liked them. Doesn't mean they have respect for you. Doesn't mean anything. Just why even bring that up? Why have to defend the country? The BAFTA people, they aired it. Why? You would have thought this was done live, right? Nah. So they did it to get publicity. That's the point I want to make here. While everyone's having a conversation about who was wrong and if Tourette's can be controlled and what does it mean when a person has Tourette's and they say something? Is that really who they are? Man, having Tourette's is not like drinking alcohol. They say alcohol can be a truth serum. That's not Tourette's. Tourette's, if you know of something, it's in your brain somewhere and it's just triggered. Doesn't have to be how you feel, since you know this thing exists. And for some reason, it triggers the most taboo times and taboo topics at any given time. People, so that part right there is where people want to focus. And I guess that's a salacious part. That's the juicy part to focus on. But for me, I'm focusing more on BAFTA. You only did this to use the trauma of black people to make your damn show seem interesting. Because that's what you did. You could have took it out and we would have not had this conversation. No one would have known about it. So you aired this after the fact. And we know it because there were other people who took the moment when they were getting their awards or when they were presenting to make causes a part of their conversation or their acceptance speech. And you bleep that out. So you could go bleep out Free Palestine. You probably could bleep out F Trump, but you couldn't bleep out someone yelling the N-word? Well, see, here's what you need to know, America. And to this black-looking lady that was sitting there who said her country isn't racist, somebody's racist. BAFTA's is racist. You know how I know? Because they cared enough to take out the Palestinian references. They cared enough to take out other stuff, but they did not give a shit enough about black people to take out the N-word. That's a lack of respect. So you can say it's not a racist country, but it's damn sure a racist BAFTA. Like I tell people all the time, you can tell what people care about by what they spend money on and what they spend time correcting. Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were subjected to this slur, and they shouldn't have been. And that's it. And we need to protect brothers like we would protect women or other people or minority, immigrants or what happens to protecting black men? Is that too much to ask for you to look out for brothers? Well, the only time they want to protect black people is when they're getting shot by cops and then they can make money off the footage. It's the only time they really give a shit. It doesn't mean Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo are going to fall apart and break into pieces because they were subjected to it. But you best believe if there was a couple Jewish guys up on that stage and there's somebody in the audience with Tourette's or not having Tourette's would have yelled out a Jewish slur, Yeah, there have been some apologies to them Jewish folks. Yeah. Oh, hell, I'll go a step further. If there'd have been a trans person on that stage and someone yelled out a trans slur. But it's something about being black and being a man. In fact, I think if they would have yelled out that, if that would have been, I don't know, Alfre Woodard, you know, Felicia Rashad, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it had been two black women, two black actresses, I just think that it would have been different. All of a sudden, people would have had care in their hearts. They would have had empathy. But because it was Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, well, they black men. They ain't nothing but field hands anyway. They'll be okay. Walk it off, Blackie. What you complaining about? Because that's how they see black people, particularly black men. We're seen as not human. We don't feel pain. And that is the biggest pain of all. What happened today at the BAFTA Awards was a disgusting display. Money over empathy, in green over black. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Just more black male hate. Hating on black men is a popular thing, right? Even when you're a celebrity. Want direct access to ask questions, interact, and chop it up? Become a VIP member. Go to jointimberlake.com. Stay dangerous.